Hey everyone, I'm Dino Vidala and welcome to today's preview of the Dino Vidala Show on Sirius XM channel 127. It's Monday, August 13th. I hope you had a good weekend. 85. What does 85 mean? That's how many days into the most important of our election of our lives. 85 days. It's going to be here tomorrow. So get ready now. And here's the key to all this. Please, my friends, stop counting on the media or Democratic leaders or anyone else to save us from Donald Trump. It's 100% on us. It is up to us. If we get ready, if we make sure we are registered, that our friends are registered, that we know how to get a ballot, you know how to fill in a ballot if you've never done an absentee or mail-in ballot before, and send it in, if we come out bigly, we win bigly. That's why Trump wants to stop us. He knows the reality, my friends. And here is the truth, and I'm not spinning this at all. There are far more of us than there are of them. Far, far. It's up to us. Power's up to us. So, and with that idea that we are the ones that are going to save us, on my show next week, it's DNC week. I want your voice to be a part of it. Give a virtual DNC keynote address on my show to Democrats. It can't be longer than a minute. Just record it on your phone. You can send it with the video. We'll just take the audio of it, say your name and where you're from, and what you want Democrats to focus on, or what you want to share with your fellow Democrats to get them worked up and ready to win this election. It could be practical advice. It could be some kind of great speech filled with prose and imagery. It's your choice, up to 1 minute. Send it to progressdnc@SiriusXM.com. That's progressdnc, one word, at SiriusXM.com. Have any questions? Email me, dean@deanofradio.com. I'll give you the answers. Quick update. Remember Donald Trump said last week children are almost immune to COVID-19? His exact words were almost immune. Found out today, in the last 2 weeks of July alone, 97,000 U.S. children tested positive for COVID-19. That brings the number of children who have tested positive for COVID-19 from March today to 338,000. 338,000. And yes, the mortality rate is very low for children. That's good. Problem is, doctors don't know everything about it. They don't know of their long-term disability that can be caused from it. Things like the Kawasaki syndrome, which is inflammation of the arteries, which can be long-lasting. We don't know the answers. But Donald Trump pretends to know the answers. And his lie to parents looking for information that their children are completely safe is one of the worst, most despicable lies he has told in the White House. In an abyss of lies, that is one of the worst. Because it deals with children, your children, our children. Also deals with teachers and family members they bring the disease home to. In fact, on Fox News, I'll play the clip, the anchor actually said, when a doctor gave these numbers, because the actual anchor had it, and said, oh, I'm surprised. She said, I'm surprised, the anchor, because some people were saying children could be immune. Some people? That's your beloved Donald Trump who said it. He lied to you. That's where we are. So on the show today, we're going to go through some details of Donald Trump's executive order, which was just like everything else Trump does, lie and deny. There's no facts. There's no eviction moratorium, as he's claimed, not even close, zero. We'll talk about that on the show as well. We learned that Donald Trump might give his acceptance speech for the Republican national nomination, for the Republican nomination at either the White House or Gettysburg. Yes, Gettysburg, the place where the Civil War battle was, which prompts the question, will Trump dress like a Confederate general or a Union general? I mean, I've never heard him defend Union generals, but he loves Confederate generals. I can imagine to animate his base, to really get them going. He'll dress up like Robert E. Lee and come on a horse and have maybe Mike Pence dress up like Stonewall Jackson. His base would love that. Let's be blunt, they would love that. And that brings me to the big issue we're going to talk about today. And it's something I've been talking about before, but Politico had a great article today on it, backing it up. Here's the reality. No spin. Donald Trump can't run on the economy. Unemployment is at 10.2%, the worst since the Great Recession. It's actually higher than the heights of that. He cannot run on handling COVID-19 because only 35% of Americans agree with him that he's approved of his handling of this virus. New polls out today show only about 22% of Americans think America's on the right track. 70% think we're on the wrong track. That's the average. That's how bad things are going. So he's got none of that. So what's he running on? White supremacy. It's something I've talked about before. But Politico had a great article today which actually documented it's the strategy of the GOP and not just Trump. They're telling members of Congress to run on white supremacy. I'm not kidding you. There's no exaggeration. They are telling them to smear Black Lives Matter with lies, which is white supremacy. Because to white supremacists, equality for black people, to them, that is a threat. Just equality is a threat. And that's what white supremacy is about. So the GOP, it's no surprise that, let's be blunt, there's 535 members of Congress. How many are black Republicans out of 535? Two. One in the House, one in the Senate. And the one in the House, Will Hurd, is retiring at the end of this year, leaving one. The GOP is the white supremacist party. Donald Trump is the perfect leader. He's not an aberration. He's a manifestation of what they've been talking about. But you'll be stunned by how they're telling it, the actual members of Congress, depending on your district, how much to call Black Lives Matter Marxist and terrorist and how much to tone it down. I mean, this is a concerted plan. In fact, Bill Barr last night on Fox News talked about this very issue again, calling Black Lives Matter a Marxist organization. Rudy Giuliani called them a terrorist organization days ago. Last Wednesday, Donald Trump was on Fox News calling Black Lives Matter a Marxist organization. By the way, it's a little aside. You want to make a Trumper run away? Ask him to define Marxist. They have no idea. They just run away. So on the show, we'll go through that and more. Again, my show's live, 6 to 9 p.m., channel 127, SiriusXM. And if you don't subscribe, go to the website, SiriusXM. There's free trials. Check it out. Thanks for tuning into my preview. Tonight's Dino.